Well, there's no denying that we rode our luck a little bit. We were sloppy with some of the decisions we made, trying to play out from the back. But I always thought we were a threat. I always thought we carried a threat going forward. And to score twice in the last minute is quite remarkable, really. So, yeah, to go up and get something from the game is vitally important.
What did it say about the players, the way they bounced back after the disappointment of that disallowed goal?
Vinny, I think we've got 50% of our goals now with in the last 10 minutes. So it proves that they don't give up and they've got an attitude. And to be really disappointed like we all were, we were gutted. And when you see the goal back, you think what a ridiculous decision that is to not allow a goal. We're going to have to look at that as well. We're going to have to look at these crazy rules, because for me, VAR is becoming laughable. It's not VAR's fault. It's this letter of the law that we seem to be adhering to too much.
Is there an imbalance in the law there? Because obviously you're penalised for an accidental handball. If a defender accidentally handballs a ball in the penalty area, a penalty is not given in those circumstances.
That doesn't make sense, does it? So the rules, look, we've just brought down a Super League with the opinion of lots and lots of people. Surely we're going to have our own way, and I know there must be a governing body, but I think we're taking the letter of the law too literally, because the VAR was brought in for clear and obvious mistake. So it shouldn't even be looking, to be looking for every goal and looking for a millimetre or a toe if you're in line and all this, for me, is a nonsense and not a great spectacle.
Another positive, though, is Joe Willock, that knack for late goals as well. He did it against Spurs, did it against West Ham, even later today. He's got to stay with you beyond this season, hasn't he?
Well, I'd love to. It's whether Arsenal, we have to have conversations with Arsenal. I think Arsenal can see that he's progressed with us, and he's only young. He's only 21, something like that. But to score, I think that's his 4th goal, and I think 3 coming off the bench. He was devastated yesterday when I didn't pick him, and even then took an awful knock at training yesterday. So he did well to be even on the bench. So to come off it again and score, I was delighted for him.
Did those celebrations with your players tell us just how big a point you feel that is as well? And can you sum up and put into context how big a point you feel it is?
Well, I mean, we've I think we've only been beaten once in the last 8 games. So just at the right time, I've said on record, I'm quietly confident that we'll be okay. We're big players returning. Let's give everybody a lift. And there's always been an attitude amongst them since I've been in the club anyway, that that there's a certain resilience amongst them. Yes, we might not play well at times, but the one for trying, I think that's pretty evident when you see the goals what we've scored in the last 10 minutes.
Just finally from me, Steve, a couple of things to check. So Maximum seemed to take a few whacks today. Is he okay? And what's the extent of Almiron's injury as well?
Well, we hope it's cramped with Almiron. Said Maximum was a threat all day, and he's going to take knocks because of the way he plays. He was a handful again today. There was one blatant foul on him by the halfway line where he was practically through. So, but I think he's okay. Let's see how he is in the next couple of days.
I should also mention your keeper as well, because made important saves there just to keep you in the game and important points.
Well, if you come to Anfield, that your goalkeeper's going to play well, and he did that. And we were sloppy at times, but fair play to the goalkeeper. In certain periods, he's produced some really good saves, which obviously kept us in the game.
Thanks, Steve. Well done, mate.
Thanks, Vinny. Lee Ryder, Chronicle.
Eve, is that why we love football so much? That moment after the first goal's chalked off and the celebrations for Joe Willock's goal?
Well, we shouldn't be choking, in my opinion. We shouldn't be choking off the first, because it's wrong. It spoils all them celebrations and all the rest of it. To bounce back and get another one at Anfield, to score 2 in 2 minutes at Anfield, I don't think that's ever been done before. I'll have to check, but for me, it should have been maybe celebrating a win, but I think that would be rather greedy.
Chris Waff, The Athletic.
Hi, Steve. Second half, obviously, for the last half an hour, you put John Joe Shelby back to centre back. Is that something you've been practicing? And can you just explain the sort of thought process behind that?
Well, we just wanted him to stay deep, and we wanted him to find a pass from deep to try and penetrate. We know Liverpool are, always play a high line, and it was something that we practiced. Yes, that we can get John Joe in a deep position to get turned around and find a pass. So, yeah, thankfully it's worked okay today.
I'll take a couple more. Simon Mullock.
Hi, Steve. Could you just ask you? You mentioned it earlier, but fans, players, and managers have found their voice within the game this week. Do you think we can really do the same with VAR? Do you think we can get rid of it, or have we got it?
I don't think VAR is the problem. It's the rules that we're taking literally. This handball one is something that we have to address. I see defenders now trying to let the cross where they're running at full tilt with their arms behind their back. It's ludicrous. They can't move when they get there because it's just impossible. So we have to look at it. We can't be chalking goals off in moments like that today because of a ridiculous decision and done by VAR. It was all brought in for the clear and obvious. And for me, it's making a bit of a mockery. We're all watching every goal now thinking, oh, is there somebody offside and offside by 3 millimeters? For me, the offside rule, the handball rule, we should be able to see clear and obvious if he's offside. We shouldn't be putting lines in and all the rest of it. That's my opinion. The spectacle for me is ruined in that moment today, for example, where it should be a goal. And if we hadn't scored the other one, I'm thinking here now, yeah, maybe we could have come away and won 2-1 here, which would have been an even better result.